And we are live and we are recording. Welcome back, my friends, back to the Krieg Dominion. I am Omar Krieg, Lord and Commander of the Krieg Dominion, and I am joined by some crazy people who all think they have a delicious fondness for that red vitae. This is, of course, Vampire the Dark Ages, a new chapter, Dark Tide Rising, our first section, segment, episode, whatever. Game mastered storyteller, of course, is Grimdark James. We'll begin with him in just a moment. But let's start with Jabba as we do our little round the horn and see what's new and exciting. For us, it's been a few weeks, if not longer. I forget how to count sometimes, but it has been a while. So let's start with Jabba, real quick, who's currently got his hands full with a tiny mini him. Sorry, buddy, about your bad luck, by the way.
Oh,
But
it's
let's
all
let him
good.
introduce himself real quick, and then he could go take care of that child, and we'll continue with everybody else. Jabba, what you got for us, buddy?
Hello. Little one is 2 months now, just over 2 months. We're getting a bit more into her routine and whatnot, figuring out things with me working throughout the day and then being home in the evening time and stuff. It's been a bit fun, but it's life with babies and family and stuff. You gotta try to get used to this thing, the work-life balance, as they say.
It is a constant
Um,
phase of adjustment. There is no end to it. It's just
yeah,
continuously adjusting.
yeah. But I think I've been doing fairly well. It's been pretty nice. It's been nice having the little one home and having her around. Uh, Aside from that, really not a whole lot. I bought a GameCube game uh, the other day, like yesterday. It's being shipped in from Quebec, so I'm gonna see if that arrives because I've never done that before. Bought something like that on Marketplace and have it shipped, but we'll see.
Good luck.
Um, yeah, I've sold stuff on Marketplace and shipped it to like Ottawa or wherever, but I haven't had to buy and had the stress of worrying about that stuff coming to me.
It's a little bit
Um,
different.
yeah,
I would
yeah, it
imagine,
is.
anyway.
It is. Oh well, what are you saying, Isabel? You saying hi? She's saying hi too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing really
Alrighty.
much else going on for me.
All right, let's go ahead and take it up to Darius, and we'll work our way back around. Darius, what's new and exciting for you? For you, it's been a few weeks also because for whatever reason, Rogue Trader has not been able to get going the last couple of weeks. But sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you to start up your next BattleTech campaign.
It's coming soon, my friend. It's coming soon.
Uh, Other than that, just SSDD.
Yep.
Lots of gaming, lots of role playing, lots of reading.
Alrighty. Jasmina, our
Yes.
prospect, our intern, our probate. Yeah, I like that word too. Probate. Newest member of the crew here at the Krieg Dominion. Newest member of the cast. What you got for us? What's new and exciting for you?
I'm getting ready for my dog to have surgery.
Oh dear. I hope it's nothing
Yeah.
terribly serious.
No, no, it's a planned surgery.
Okay.
Um, she's gonna hate me. I know it. Just gonna have to accept it.
Having recently had to take my cat to the vet, which, by the way, don't get me started about the price difference between all of my medical stuff and what I just had to pay for that stupid four-legged animal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure whatever trust and faith that we had established between each other was gone by the time I got home. It's back now, but for a few hours, it was very touch and go.
Yeah, she's 10, so
Oh
she's an
wow,
old lady and
yeah.
crotchety sometimes, and she
Right.
will hold a grudge.
Oh,
What kind
So
of dog is it?
she's a lab mix.
Okay.
alrighty. Well,
Yeah,
best of
so
luck.
yeah.
I hope the surgery goes well.
Me too. I hope she doesn't hate me too much.
I I'm not a judge, or I shouldn't judge because I don't always know better, but I feel like animals generically, once they themselves see the change that we were hoping for, then they're like, okay, all right, that was pretty cool. I can move around now. I can jump. I can keep up with you. I don't have to, I'm not limping. Whatever the case might be. Then they're back to their happy selves. But yeah, my cat definitely would not let me hold him for several hours that day. He probably thought I was going to try to stuff him back into his cat carrier. I don't know. which is literally what I had to do to get him in the damn thing because he kept fighting me so much. Anyway, I do hope your doggo surgery goes well.
I think it will. It's just a minor surgery. It's not anything like super complicated.
Kane, earlier I was gonna call you something. I said it. You know what? I'm gonna reuse the joke, but this time everybody and the internet gets to hear it. Kane, eat big, lift big, DeMail. What's new and exciting for you? Unfortunately, for those of us on the screen here, I think only a couple of us will know that reference. But
Yeah, if anybody who has followed either of us from AP's channel might get that reference. If
Mhm.
not, you'll find it somewhere there. So I've been running a Lancer game, and I'm now a player in a Lancer game, and I've decided that I really like the Lancer system.
huh? Give me the 5-second pitch on Lancer.
The narrative is just as easy as Powered by the Apocalypse, and the combat is just as tactical as any tabletop war game.
Okay.
It's a mecha game.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's the stuff they have in it fits whatever flavor of mecha genre you like. You can probably build something for it.
Okay.
I like the variety. I like how easy it is to learn the rules. I like how the rules for your combat and the rules for your narrative, they aren't the same, so you don't have to worry about one making the other more difficult or less sensical. They just said, fuck it, they're two separate rule sets. Yeah, for anybody who's interested in mecha systems and don't want to learn classic BattleTech, you can try Lancer if you want.
I'm in the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, James.
I'm in the process of putting together a video to talk about all the different gaming systems and rules for vehicles that I think are cool, based upon the fact that AP on his channel said that no game systems have good vehicle rules. So I'm like, I'm going to show you about 20 that do. And Lancer is definitely one of the ones I'll be touching on during that video. So
I'll be excited to watch it and see what you have to say about it.
I'll be a little curious too, because especially with my science fiction bend, vehicle stuff tends to come up quite a bit. I couldn't begin to tell you why.
Yeah.
Vehicles in space, vehicles in the air, vehicles on the ground, vehicles in the water. No, that couldn't be it.
I mean, being in space without a vehicle is often detrimental to your health. So
Indeed, it is. It is. Anything else, Kane?
Something I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Is I actually got a cat tower this week.
You did say
Do you have
something about that the other day.
do you have a cat?
Sure.
Yes, I have a cat.
okay, that makes sense then. No worries.
I can't imagine him getting a cat tower on a cat. And something I'm reminded yet again of the Wayne's World reference I dropped the other day.
That was so good.
So I don't even own a gun.
Oh, it was James. I don't even know how it came up. Somebody said something about 8 daughters, and I was like, daughter? I don't even have a daughter. What would I need a daughter rack for? And it just came completely off the cuff, totally smooth, and suddenly everybody just stopped, and Kane was like, wow, that was a reference.
And it was well done. I appreciated it.
And it
Usually
was
you
very
bundle
much
them, but
right
that
off
one
the
went
cuff
really
when I did it.
well. That's all I had. I just wanted to talk about Lancer because I've been pretty excited about it.
Sure. So the only thing I've really got is, other than we're getting ready to head into the holiday season, which for the month of November shouldn't be a big deal, but December probably just going to shut things down for the month. In the past, I've wanted to go the first couple of weeks into December streaming and continuing and whatnot, but last year in particular, it wasn't very good. The volume was really high, and I was exhausted. This year, I'm not expecting anything different, and on top of that, I'm still not quite, a full 100% recovered from my surgery and stuff. And as it turns out, the surgery, nothing against anybody that was involved in the surgery, but the surgery doesn't seem to have fixed most of the problems. It's fixed some problems, but it's not fixed the problems I really needed. So probably here in a few weeks, streaming will probably break down and just stop. I'm considering, actually, pending availability of everybody, that this game can continue through December, because Saturdays shouldn't be impacted too terribly much. But that will also be dependent entirely upon how beat down I am after a 6-day work week.
So next week is definitely fine for me.
Okay.
And I think the week after that is Thanksgiving, so I don't know how Thanksgiving applies. I mean, obviously not an issue in Australia, but more of an issue where you guys are.
Well, it won't be an
Um,
issue for me unless
It
something crazy comes up.
might
Won't be an issue for me.
it might be an issue for me. I'm still trying to figure out if I can get people to move the plans off a day, so I don't have to deal with traffic. That's my listed excuse. Anyways,
We'll definitely see how
Pendragon's on
that
hold
goes.
until
All right, go ahead,
Pendragon's
James.
off until the 4th of February. So
What's that? I'm sorry, I missed something there, James.
Pendragon is on hold until the 4th of February now.
Oh, that's right. That's right. AP did say something about holding most of January off as well.
Yeah.
I do remember him saying that. At any rate, James, what exciting stuff do you have? And then when you're ready, segue us into beating on stupid mortals in the middle of the night.
I suppose, like I touched on it before the last game. It was bad. We're pending the launch of Bloodlines 2, which came out that week, and I played that through, and I enjoyed it. I agree, it's not Bloodlines 1. It's a very different game, but it's still an enjoyable vampire game. I quite like the story of it. I understand some of the things that people didn't like about it. I liked about it for the same reason. So I guess different people have different things. Like people were complaining, oh, there's some quests where you just walk back and forth and talk to people, and it's like, well, like role playing.
I do remember that
so,
role play coming up too. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but so I enjoyed that. And no, my only other story in my life is the fact that I don't know what's happened, but I must have jumped to the top of someone's algorithm because I've had headhunters contacting me several times over the last 2 weeks, which is a really unusual time of year to be trying to headhunt people because it's going right into the Christmas break.
Yeah.
But suddenly everybody's on the market to try and hire me. So no one's gotten there with the money yet, though. So I will keep doing what I'm doing.
Well,
I'm
James,
happy
you
with
do command a high retaining fee, I've heard.
that. I'm negotiable. I'd rather have a job I enjoy than one I don't enjoy and pays well. So
But you
maybe
have to. I mean,
they're just trying to make some fair play. Like you get all these stories of people getting laid off on Christmas, and that's bad for the workers. But maybe they're looking to hire people around Christmas so they can give the same treatment to other companies.
Well, I don't know who hires C-suite around December, but apparently these people do. So, all right, well, that's it for me. So I guess we may as well kick into the game then. So we're now, as Omar touched on, we are moving into the proper part of the storyline of the Transylvania Chronicles, starting with Dark Tides Rising. Nearly a year has passed since the 5 of you met in Jerusalem, or technically in Accra before you went to Jerusalem. Each of you have returned your sires to your respective homes in and around Central to Eastern Europe. Some of you might live near what is considered Transylvania. Some of you might live more sort of towards Vienna, Budapest, perhaps towards the Roman Empire, which is modern-day Germany. For whatever reason, it was clear that when your sires got together last year in Jerusalem, it wasn't just to pay homage to the Holy City. There were plans afoot. And it certainly, as far as you can tell, has something to do with alliances, largely alliances against the Eastern Zemisi. Not necessarily aggressive, we're not like you're talking about trying to kill off the Zemisi. It's more a case of, these alliances are more there to keep their growth in check. But of course, your respective sires haven't given you too much information. It's something that they've been working on. So I just want to quickly go around the players and maybe get each of you to give me just like a single scene, like a day in the life of your character in the space of the year between when we did the prelude and we move into the proper storyline. So, Omar, it's your turn. Let's start with you. What's give me a scene of Bogdan in his.
So I think one of the things that I wanted Bogdan to do over the year was he was going to ghoul a cat.
Okay.
And the main reason for that is because of the encounter with all of the different bugs that we learned may or may not have been controlled by that Bali cult. So if I have a cat that listens to me, which I realize the only way to get a cat to listen to a person is to be a ghoul. which is why he did it. And yes, I know how ridiculous this sounds, but it actually kind of makes sense. Like, so Ghoul is cat, so he'll do his job, which will be to kill whatever bugs come near Bogdan's haven. So he's found this not quite mangy cat that he's gotten cleaned up over the year, and of course his name is Stitch, but not just because my cat in real life is named Stitch, but also because he's a tailor. So I felt like that was really apropos that my character would have a cat named Stitch.
No. A couple of things I'll note is that just Gulen doesn't mean they can understand you. You still can't speak cat, or nor can it speak German. So it while a ghoul is bound to you and does care about you, it doing what it's told is a question of understanding what it's told. The second thing I'll say is that nothing could possibly go wrong with a cat with a point of potence. So
well, fortunately, I don't know. Does V20 have ghouls picking up potence arbitrarily, or do they pick up a trait of their not side?
I tend to normally rule that it's 1 point of potence and 1 point of so just ghouling them straight off the bat is usually just a point of potence. But
Okay.
if you spend time, I usually give them 1 point of another discipline that you've also got. That's usually I do have the specific book they brought out during the year of the Ally on ghouls, but I just tend to treat it as like potence plus one other is the most common way to handle ghouls, unless we really want to develop their characters. If they just throw away, retainers.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
mean,
then
this is just kind of like almost a trope in a way of how do I keep bug spies away from my haven, in case the Bali comes sniffing around, or anybody else for that matter, because obviously the cat's gonna chase off. Theoretically, it's gonna chase off mice and rats and maybe some birds.
It's only a matter of time before the cat leaves the mailman at the foot of your bed dead. So
yeah, hey, I don't have to worry about a masquerade just yet. But yeah, so I think other than whatever time he's done or spends on doing that, a lot of his normal nightly activities are probably getting a feel for other kindreds near him, and then obviously his tailoring business that he stole from his brother. He's gonna try to keep it running as best he can from the shadows.
Yeah. Jabba, what does Dordan's year look like?
He's muted. He's probably doing baby stuff.
He may still be busy with his kid.
All right, nice. Okay, well then let's go over to you, Kane. Give me a what is Kara's time look like?
So I'm not great at this period of history. Isn't there a thing where there's crusades up in like where Poland is? Wasn't there a whole thing about that?
Look, there is always warfare going. Like the Crusades specifically, you're in between Crusades right now. But certainly, what the Crusades did was gather a lot of people who had military skill and suddenly didn't have anyone commanding them, and so they basically a lot of them became mercenaries, and a lot of muscle for hire which meant you had a lot of rich people enforcing their will using purchased armies upon the peasants, that sort of stuff. So certainly a lot of soldiers ended up tracking around most of Central and Eastern Europe, picking up work for coin.
Okay.
And trying to call it religious in the process.
Because I was thinking, and I let me know if I run into a history wall here, that because I'm Gangrel, I'm assuming that my sire is not keeping too tight a leash on me and is more interested in seeing if I survive.
Yeah, so you're still technically in that sort of period where the side is ultimately responsible for you, but I think once again we are talking about a longer leash than the others might experience.
As I was thinking, maybe traveling a bit north and east to places where some of these orders might be being hired to go deal with non-Christian groups.
Yep.
To bring the peasantry into Christian order, and just
hanging
around those areas so I can pick off Christians that are trying to violently enforce themselves on people who aren't.
Yep. Okay. All right. What about let's talk about Aiden. What does Aiden's situation look like?
Well, I Haydn, yeah. He would probably be studying under his sire for most of the year, if not all of it. Anything else would probably be him and his sire going to different libraries and him trying to soak up as much knowledge as he can with that eidetic memory of his.
Right. So he enhances his book smarts, not his street smarts.
In the meantime, his sire is also teaching him about things like further control of the blood and what the different things mean in people's auras, things like that.
All right. Jabba, are you back? Because I want to finish with Desmina for. Is Jabba back?
He's still muted.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll move to Desmina then. So we haven't actually seen your sire on camera yet. You were sort of, sent from an off-camera sire. So we did touch on the fact that your sire, Ramond, is a Christian monk.
Skinless.
Sorry?
Skinless.
Oh yeah. In fact, yeah, I'll give you a. I've actually got some character art for him now as well. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Hold on, I gotta show the. Oh, not live scene. There we go.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
that is Desmina's. Oh God, what's her character's name? Why can't I? Shiri?
Shiri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shiri's sire right there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Amazing.
Can we just put like a drape over his head?
I mean, he has a hood on his robe, so.
And a mask, I'm
sure. But no, we touched on the fact that he is a man who, although he was raised Christian, is in fact a monk. He has this sort of view of maybe an idealistic view of bringing all religions together. It's one of the reasons why he came, to you as a Jewish woman before he embraced you, and certainly things like the Crusades, where wars are being fought in the name of religion, are anathema to the way that he thinks. And so, for a large extent, I think a lot of what he does try to educate you as well. Give you different perspectives. You got to see something of the Muslim perspective when you went to the Holy Land. Now you're back in Europe with him as well. He's exposed you to, I guess the different factions of Christianity and Judaism as well. But yeah, he is a scholarly man. But on this particular evening, when he comes to you, child, I have to go somewhere soon, and I need for you to follow. Not straight away, but I need you to follow me not long after. We are heading to Budapest, in the capital of Hungary. As I said, I will leave there first, but I need you to arrive no later than the 15th of April to Budapest. And once you arrive, you'll be meeting with myself and the sires of the other young kindred that you met last year in Jerusalem, and also a benefactor, somebody that we have been working with and who you'll be working with going forward. So when you arrive in Budapest, you will not be coming back here with me afterwards. You will have tasks to perform that will take you out of my care. So I need you to ensure that when you do come to Budapest, you are appropriately packed. You have all of your things, because you will be staying where you'll be going for some time.
Okay. I will have to make business arrangements.
Yes. Anthony, do you have a herd or anything like that at all?
Nope.
No. Okay. Yeah, probably. Look, only I guess your resources is all you really have to worry about moving. So I don't know how liquid your assets are, but But let's assume that you might just spend some time liquidating them. Once Ramon leaves, like how does Shiri keep herself occupied?
Well, first I will make business arrangements because as a merchant, that is my trade. I kind of need that to keep working.
Trade is your trade.
The trade is my trade. And then after, I'll just continue going about like her normal activities. So on the Sabbath, she'll go to temple and socialize, and every other day of the week, she'll manage the business and write Kara letters that she's pretty sure Kara doesn't get most of the time.
And when
Do
Kara
you know?
does, you can't read them.
Do you know fixed address?
Yes.
I keep writing letters that say like I'm here right now, and then you send letters, and then like the next one doesn't make any reference to anything you wrote. It's just
Yeah.
the next one from Kara. I'm at this new place.
I have
all right.
a duplicate of each of the letters I've sent her in case I ever see her in person again. I can hand her the book.
And so it is that the five of you find yourselves arriving outside the walls of Budapest early in the evening of April 15th. Budapest at this point in time is actually two cities, Buda and Pest, separated by a river, and it's actually the walls of Pest that you arrive at first. And if you effectively left wherever it was you stayed overnight, or sorry, during the day, I should say, before arriving in Budapest, and you've had to make quick time to the city gates because they close the gates at night time, so you've got like a window opportunity between the sun going down and the gates being secured. Otherwise, you'd probably have to go in via the river, which is a bit more awkward. So, in amongst the various travelers who are lined up waiting for admittance to the city, I think that the five of you find each other. Probably six of you. Is it six?
Five.
No, five. No, I'm counting cameras. Like I'm one of them. Okay, that's fine. Five of you. Yeah, it's up to you. Which two want to find themselves first in the crowd?
Shiri!
Kara!
That's so good to see you again. I think my German is much better now.
It is! And I have wrote you many letters that you have not received. But don't worry, I keep duplicates of them for you.
I was wondering about that. I kept writing you letters to practice my German, and I never really got any back, and I didn't know if you didn't want any more. I just kept writing, I guess. I figured it was practice even if you didn't want to read them.
Oh, I read them all.
Oh. Wonder what happened to your letters. But if you have copies...
They probably were slower than you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. But if you made a copy, once we get things settled inside the walls, I'd like to read them.
Of course.
Have you seen any of the others?
When it is at that moment that Bogdan pops in from off camera. Is that Shiri? Is that Kara? It is so good to see you again. Hello, my friend. It's Bogdan from Jerusalem. Yes, you remember me.
Yeah, seeing you meant that I figured I might see at least somebody else, although, yeah. Hello.
I'm sorry, I
hope your business isn't good.
I overplayed that. I outdid myself. It is so good to see you, my friends. What are you doing so close to my home? You know, I only live down the road about 700 miles or something, kilometers, whatever it is that we use now. Maybe not 700 either. I don't know, who knows how to count in this crazy German language? Romanian is so much easier. 1, 2, 3. Hey,
so this is near your home then? Hmm?
Yeah, near if, like you count that star and that star.
Okay. That makes sense to me. I've been practicing my German, can you tell?
I can tell your accent is far less noticeable. Still noticeable, but not as bad as it once was.
I actually understand most of the words you're saying instead of about half of them, and I was sort of trying to guess and fill in the gaps.
He'll reach out and put a hand on your shoulder and be like, don't worry, my friend. Progress is progress. You do good.
I'm trying.
Bogdan, for your reference, you've been given a bit more information. So you like the others have been summoned here by your sire. Your respective sires each left you some days beforehand. Some with direct instruction, some with no instruction. But instruction has invariably reached you that your sires have summoned you to Budapest. So I'm going to put into the Discord chat the letter that Bogdan's sire Calathea sent him, and each of you have received similar instructions from your sire. That's just one example there.
See, I thought it would be really funny if my gangrel sire was just like, we need to travel to this place, we need to be there in 3 days, and then I came to and my sire was just fucking gone. And I was like, alright, whatever, I guess I need to be somewhere.
Yeah, so like, excuse me. I think Bogdan is going to assume that you guys are here under similar instructions, but he's also not going to make a point of pointing that out. So he's just going to be, so what brings you to this wonderful towns? It's 2 cities, Buda and Pest, if you didn't know. It's just a river that runs between them. If they ever build a bridge, they could make it into one town.
I did not know that.
Yeah, on the
I
map,
also don't
tiny
really
dots,
know
so
anything
close.
about the area.
When you live down the road, and yeah, he tries to go in a rather lengthy roundabout way of explaining that down the road does not mean exactly what it sounds like.
I understand. You have vigorously offered to be our guide, and I appreciate your local expertise. You don't have to sell me on it anymore. Consider this an agreement.
So what brings you here?
Probably the same thing as the rest of you. I was told to be here.
Oh, yes, messages from sires.
I was told to arrive by a certain date.
Well, today is the 15th. For a
I
little
was
while
told-
longer yet. I assume that's... Hold on. Isn't there more of us that were together in Jerusalem? I feel like there was more than just the 3 of us. The big
Maybe
burly
the
sword
other-
man and the quiet one.
Maybe the other 2 disappointed their sires.
At this point, you might notice about 1,000 meters that way, a figure trekking through the night, just walking along.
I did!
Very pale
There
skin.
they are. There, he
Like a
leans
kilometer
over.
away.
Bogdan leans over to Kara. It is a he, yes? I don't remember.
Know. I don't know. I didn't care to ask.
Immaterial. Gender is construct, I hear.
Gender matters very differently depending where you are in Europe, apparently.
This is true. Upon which culture you belong really determines.
Oh, it would seem. I don't get out a lot. I hear things. I hear many things, but not always good things.
I've been learning a lot since traveling. It's all been very confusing.
So have you turned your eyes to the god Christ?
Shiri makes a face.
No, but there are a few. There are a few in the Polish forests that have decided to make meetings with him if he exists.
But depending on who you ask. And there are quite a few of them around here. They would say he exists. He is a very real person, that his own son came down and died for us. It's a whole... They wrote many books about this. But
It
I
is a very
digress.
peculiar religion.
Most religions I have found to be peculiar.
Maybe their Christ existed, maybe not. I have no need for Christ. I have my own
Sure.
gods. I don't have a need for another one.
As I didn't getting any closer, it seems like they've stopped. Are they being accosted?
It's going to take some time to walk a kilometer.
Not that long.
I think I see Dornan in the distance. That is his sword, is it not?
Looks very sour. Yeah, that's him.
Is Java even back with us at this point? I'm not even
No.
sure. He's been muted this
Not
whole
yet.
time. He might be busy still.
So Iden, are you going to be joining the group here when you spot them?
Are you gonna go?
Oh,
in
I
on
didn't
your
say
own?
I spotted them. I said they spotted me.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
he's
Well, I'm
ignoring
not
us. He's
waving.
got to be ignoring us. He's right there.
I'm-
400
He's,
yards at
he's
most.
heading towards the walls.
It's like I almost want. Bogdan wouldn't, but I feel like if this was a comedy, Bogdan would be like, "We're over here."
no. No, I think my last comment will just be, hopefully a kilometer doesn't make a difference between the gates being opened and closed. And then just wait my turn to go into the walls.
We can hand wave that Doran.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
It's
So
caught up because I don't want to hold us up too much if he's busy with the kid.
Oh no, it's more a case of I don't know whether you wanted to do like the actual intro with Iden first.
Sure. Yeah, I would say I didn't. Or is Iden just gonna? I almost said prance. I didn't mean it like that. Is Iden just gonna meander their way through the gate and just be like, damn them all?
I said it's largely a big lineup of merchants trying to get through the gate before the gates close. So you're sort of in line basically right now.
Is this,
Did you
I'll
mention
just
a
look
letter?
over. It's posted in the cast chat. If I look over to my self-proclaimed local guide and tourism expert. Is
Quite a
this
big
the
hat.
kind of walls where you have to have a reason to go in?
I don't know, James. Do we? You know what?
I mean,
Actually,
look-
no. Don't answer that. Bogdan's gonna come up with an answer of his own because he doesn't know the answer. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We just have to be in before the sun is fully gone. And look, there's just a tiny little ribbon of light at the horizon. We just gotta get in the gate before then. Full dark, they close. They let anybody in. This is the merchant
look.
gate.
I'll look the other way. If they say that only merchants and merchant business goes through, can I just be your guard
You're
or
an
something?
assistant. Both of you are my assistants. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I'll work for Shiri.
Understandable.
I wouldn't want to.
I want you to know
emasculate
that
you
on
with
your
the locals.
screen, on your screen, the words "Bogdan will remember this" suddenly appear.
I look back. I wouldn't want to accidentally emasculate you by having a female guard. I'm looking out for you.
Your German has gotten very much better.
I've been
Did,
working really hard at it.
Everyone just roll a d10 for me, please, so we know how much blood each of you got too. You're going to be your full blood minus a d10.
A D10 for each blood pool.
No.
Minus
So whatever your maximum blood is,
Uh-huh.
you've got that much minus what you roll on a d10.
Oh,
Why do I
Shiri.
roll so high?
Oh, Shiri.
all right. So I
Let's
have.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, look at that! I have exactly what I
7,
have.
8.
Oh my, 8.
Oh, none of us are rolling low.
No, I did not. I think I'm gonna have to take a stop at the well somewhere along the way.
I'm sure we can find a missionary.
But as you're getting close to the wall, so the guards are making sure everybody gets in before nighttime, and so that there is a bit more of a hustle going. If there was a process of checking people's credentials, it's quickly being thrown to the wayside in the interest of getting everybody inside. You're now getting sort of assailed by the smells of livestock and lime and smoke.
I mean,
As you
people
near the
and lime and smoke.
yeah.
Yes.
as you near the city walls. And yeah, sure enough, once the the 5 of you do reach the gates, they take a look at you enough to identify that you're not, anything threatening, and you quickly sort of get shuffled through the gates into the. It's largely a market straight away when you come through the gate. So a lot of people would come here and literally just enter the town to do business and leave straight away if they were not staying overnight. And so all you can hear is like hawkers yelling out for wares. There are like animals moving among the crowd because people like farmers are bringing their livestock through. There are kids running around, running messages. It's just a furious, dynamic marketplace in the early evening right now going on.
I'm going to, as we're going through the gates, I'm going to try to catch one of the guards. Maybe like once I realize they're probably busy trying to shuffle everybody in, try to catch someone who looks like they would know more about this place. Be like, excuse me, could you tell me where the castle district is? Obviously, it's probably near the big castle, near the center of town, yes. But the castle district sometimes not always same place as castle. Could you point me in that direction, please?
Shiri's
yes.
gonna slowly pan over, like, I thought you were our guide.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to do this kind of on the down low so you guys don't notice this, but he's also not good at being sneaky.
It basically points to the fact that like there is definitely a much higher section of town which is like the castle mount where the castle is, and and you can see there is like a curtain wall that surrounds the castle district. Up the hill beyond the curtain wall is that whole region is called the castle district.
Excellent, thank you so much. You're a very wonderful person. Wish you the blessings of Christ upon you. Whatever that means. Yes. Thank you so much. Just pissed off like 90% of this town.
Like, while you're doing that and you just keep talking, I'll look at Shiri and say, It's worse when I understand all the words he's saying.
I wish I
Even
only
James'
understood
face
half of them.
palming, that's the best part.
So, would everybody please give me a perception and alertness roll, difficulty 8?
Alertness. Perception. 8. Do I get a bonus for aspects?
What sense are you currently boosting?
Probably. Boy, that's actually a great question. What would I be? You know what? If I'm navigating, I'm probably gonna boost my sight, so I can see more clearly.
That will apply then. You get the 2 degree reduction.
I'm too busy
Does that change it
giggling
down
at Bogdan's
to a 7 or a
expense.
6, or how's that work again?
6. It's minus 2 difficulty. Yeah.
With an aspects of 2 and heightened senses up in general.
So behind sense up on, assuming it's on site, it reduces the difficulty by 2 down to 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does attentive apply?
I would say it would, yes.
And 6.
Yeah.
Shiri is just following us around because she does not know where to go.
I'm too busy giggling at you
That's actually probably more accurate.
because Kara
I
made a great
enjoy-
joke.
I enjoy that I'm the only one here who's not got some froofy stuff to make the difficulty easier. I'm okay with not noticing things. If you guys do, you can just tell me.
We'll just tap you, like, hey, go fight.
that there. We don't
Cocaine
like
dare. Cocaine dare.
that. Get snorting.
So as you're making your way through this market towards the edge of the market district, you're passing by a slave auction taking place. So a wooden stage has been built. A hawker is currently pulling up slaves one at a time and offering them to the crowd. Those of you that got any successes, which is everyone except Shiri right now, notice that among the crowd, because most people here are like not high nobles. That there are merchants, there are peasants. There are probably some, I guess, more well-to-do people, but there is one man who stands out as being quite well-dressed, and enough so that he stands out among all the others.
I do.
Yes. And those who got 3 successes, which is Iden and Bogdan, will both note that despite his sort of like Hungarian or like clothing style, his skin has a very non-Eastern European pallor to it that would indicate possibly a canine. We'll give you an image of the man.
And is he? This is the guy that's running the sale, or is he?
No, he's simply watching it right now, and he has that sort of look of somebody who is like waiting for something.
Ooh, I have aura thingies now.
This isn't a. I mean, this is
Let me find my.
at the market square,
Chapter.
close by the stocks. Okay.
So this is not the market. This is not the market in the because there's a market right by the city gates. There is another market in the castle district.
Okay, then I don't. I think I totally check out.
Okay.
I just keep walking with Shiri towards the castle district.
James, I would like to use my aura reading.
Yep.
I was just looking at read the soul on this individual.
Yes.
And it looks like I need to make a perception empathy difficulty 8 roll.
That's correct.
So curious to see how this is gonna roll for me. So let's see. Empathy. Why am I not seeing empathy all of a sudden?
It's a talent about halfway down.
Yeah. Under E.
Yes, I
empathy.
see it. Empathy, and then what does I say? Empathy, perception, difficulty
Yep.
8.
Yes.
Ooh, I got 1.
Wow, look at all those ones.
One,
Oh, but I got countered by the. Oh yeah, those ones really
Yeah.
screwed me, didn't they? Yeah.
That's it. Not a botch though, at least.
No,
So,
I'm
just
not gonna.
you-
I'm not gonna re-roll that. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
let it be. I'm like, well, that didn't make any fucking sense.
Clearly, you're still getting used to this power.
Yes.
And probably what happened was you tried to sort of sense the aura, and all you got was overwhelmed by the auras of everybody else around.
Yeah.
you.
It's almost a visual kaleidoscope around me in a 3D sense.
So perception, empathy, difficulty 8.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what everybody else sees is Bogdan just kind of like focuses on that guy for a second and then just like, oof. Sorry.
Does
You were saying
incentive
something?
apply to this?
I don't know would for aura reading. No.
Okay.
I didn't notice anything about Bogdan. I left you.
And
behind when
heightened
you decided to
senses
stay
doesn't
away.
apply.
Shiri
No,
notices nothing.
It's a separate power. It's its own difficulty. You can't apply the heightened senses to it. For
Yeah,
that.
so don't worry, it's fine. Bogdan's used to operating in his own world.
Oh, we know.
So, with one success, you can definitely confirm he is a K-Knight. He has the pale aura of a vampire. So it's no longer speculation; it's known. But you can't sort of like he's not feeling anything enough for his emotions to clearly come to the surface of his aura.
Okay.
Yeah. At this point on the stage, the gavel comes down and one slave is sold, and the slave master pulls forward another dark-haired girl, and sort of turns to the crowd. What am I bid for this woman? Virgin and untouched, obedient and bettable. And the crowd sort of like looking at this, and suddenly she manages to like snake a leg around his and trip him up. And she whips the chains that are around her wrist out of his hands, and she jumps off the stage and starts running into the crowd as like everybody is laughing and jeering at the auctioneer who's just lost control of part of his cattle. He's yelling out for guards to grab her. There's a general sort of amusement runs through the scene.
Could I try to... trying to think of how I want to try to do this. As a crowd is, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I could do this without being super obvious. I guess I'll elbow Shiri.
Yes.
How
That wasn't super obvious. It's fine.
how good are you at subtlety?
I can lie reasonably well, and I can go hidden from
Oh.
eyes.
Great, and I will hand you my cloak. When she runs by, just drape it on her shoulders. Make it a good sport. Give her a chance.
Okay.
All right. Why don't you, Shiri, give me a... So maybe Dex. Thinking Dexterity Subterfuge.
Dexterity, subterfuge.
I mean, I'd let you roll Subterfuge or Legend Domain. It's your call, but I mean, it's the same dice pool for you either way.
Yeah. Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you quickly as she's going past, you throw Kara's whatever, and she turns back, with her dark eyes and sort of like mouths, probably you would assume thanks in Romanian or Hungarian to you, and continues to dart into the crowd. I'll show you. There's
Shiri pretends nothing happened.
yeah.
Did you let her go? Or is she continuing into
So
the
we're
crowd?
letting her go. We threw the cloak on her to make it easier for her to make an escape.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks to be like late teens. Yeah, not well, she's got dark Romanian skin, so probably not a vampire. Yeah, so with the extra cloaking, the guards filter into the crowd looking for her, but they don't gain any sight of her.
Yeah, I would have given her like some sort of encouraging hand gesture. And then just just like, good job, now go. Like, and I figure if she wants to find us later, I am dressed extremely not locally. I will be very easy to find. And if she disappears, then good on her.
Hey,
Gemma, welcome
here.
back.
Maybe we should spend a moment and get him caught up.
Yes, Gemma. It's a year
Hello.
after your time in Jerusalem. You spent the last year with your sire, or not a full year, but like it is the following year on the calendar, but not a full 12 months have passed.
It's like 6 months or something. 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spring of 1198, April to be precise. And your sire left you a few weeks ago to head to Budapest, and subsequently sent you a letter asking you to also come and meet her in Budapest, and to basically treat this as though you'll be going on from this to whatever you have to do next. So bring all your things. Like you're effectively being told you're moving out of her care, and you're meeting her here with some mysterious benefactor. So it was that outside the gates of Budapest, you ran into your former friends, or the ones that you met last year in Jerusalem, who all seem to have been given similar instructions by their sires to meet their sires in the marketplace of the castle district of Budapest tonight at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Sounds.
Yep.
No, I was just gonna say sounds good.
Okay, the five of you have just entered the city. You're not in the castle marketplace. You're in the main marketplace when you first come in the gates, and you've just witnessed a slave auction where a slave managed to slip her captor's chains and run off into the crowd, and Kara and Shiri helped her to hide and avoid notice of the guards.
What is Mr. supposed Kindred's reactions to all of this when this happens?
He certainly displays a visible interest. Like probably he wasn't waiting for that moment. That wasn't sort of like okay, now that's what I was waiting for. It's more like, oh, okay, that's an interesting thing, and I'll keep an eye on what develops there. And he watches. I don't think he sees Shiri slip the cloak to her, but I think he just is interested in what happens to her.
I would like to maneuver in such a way that at some point I can break his line of sight with a woman, and I'm just gonna smile at him.
Just gonna just a person walks and then you're just there smiling like some fucking creep.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what I want to do.
That's right.
I want his attention on me just for a moment.
It's so bad.
I'm trying to bait him into some sort of what is his point in the story, but obviously I can't play it too hard here. So yeah, I think this is bogged in his mind. This is his contribution in helping the girl escape, because I know vampires have extra abilities that most mortals don't. So I want to try to get his attention on me without actually using any of my powers.
Okay, Bogdan, I would like you please to roll a it's gonna be perception and awareness roll.
Swimmingly, I'm sure. 6.
Yep. No, okay.
Damn 1.
You definitely notice him noticing you, and he gives you an intense look.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Bogdan will just simply smile, and I think at the very last moment he'll just kind of dip his head, maybe a little short bow sort of thing, not an actual bow, but with his head, kind of just, yep. I got what I wanted.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything to notice the rest of the group?
I mean, I sort of figured we sort of hand waved you'd all gotten together outside.
Okay.
Outside, yeah.
Yeah, I think if anything, we could argue.
I was
Darius,
planning
if
on
you
meeting
want.
them inside, but whatever.
Okay, well, if you
You
want
could be
to, that's
trailing
fine. I don't
behind
mind.
us a few paces or something, if you want.
I would have entered behind you,
Yeah.
but not necessarily right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's assume that you've spotted them now, and you can see they're in a group. And appear to be walking the same way towards Castle Hill that you are.
I'm just seeing if Darius wants to interject anything before I have a Bogdanism.
Have your Bogdanism.
I think it's just gonna be one of those, like, a moment or so later, like, just waiting for things to kind of settle down, wait for the slave auctioneer dude to, regather his wits and his feet. He's just like, all right, my friends, the castle district is just this way, please. Perhaps we should not dally too much.
And Aiden will be approaching the group at this point.
Oh, Aiden, you caught up! Amazing! Hey,
Yes.
everybody, it's Aiden! You remember Aiden from Jerusalem?
Our guide here seems to know where we're all supposed to be heading.
Does he
I
now?
thought you all...
He's a local apparently. He lives here.
I don't know, you misunderstood.
Just down the
Just
road.
down the
Here.
road.
Just down the road.
I was really
Just
about,
down
I
the
was about to say,
road.
I guess your
So
German isn't as good as
What
you
was
thought
he
it
doing outside the gates?
I was coming to Budapest myself. I don't live here. I live down the road, several hundred kilometers.
So,
It's
that kind
local-ish.
of down the road.
Don't look at me like that, Doran. You know, local. There's local, and then there's local. I can't imagine what this would sound like in German, by the way. Probably somewhere between angry and just distraught.
In Spanish, I will say loco, yes. Si.
What? No,
Si,
not,
senor.
I think even in the 1100s, we all know what loco means crazy, so... Anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway.
I'm just gonna keep walking. I don't know what that crazy shit is, but I got somewhere to be.
Yes, see, Kara has the right of it. We need to get to the castle district. Are you going to tell me that we did not receive instructions the same? We are all here on the same night. Coincidences do not happen, my friends.
I actually wasn't given any instructions other than to come to Budapest.
Yes, see, we are here.
I don't have any instructions to go to this
You know
castle
what? You
district,
do what
but
you
I am
want, I'll do
curious,
what I
so
need
I
to
come
do.
with you.
He's gonna pretend to be insulted, and he's just gonna turn and start heading towards the castle district.
All right. You do have to cross the river, so you take a ferry across the river.
We're not one of those
and then
vampires
start-
that can't cross running water, right? Just to make sure that none of us have that bane.
Well, actually, no.
I'm okay.
That would suck.
Yeah, you're just like Mr. T, who won't get on a boat basically instead of working on a plane.
Put the drugs in my cheeseburger.
So yeah, once you cross the river, you start heading up Castle Hill, up towards Castle Hill. And effectively, you're just winding through streets. And now that it's sort of starting to get a little bit late, it's sort of getting up to like 8 o'clock. The streets are thinning a bit. You're no longer in a strict market area. As a group of you round a corner into like a wide street, you see a figure standing before you. He's a tall, well-muscled man. He's wearing what looks like an ancient breastplate, and he has sort of like wild and unkempt red hair. I will show you a picture.
Oh, the audience will see it as soon as I do. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Although he has a spear in one hand too. Although he's not like wielding it. He's just like it's standing up at attention basically. Yeah.
Is he actually
And-
guarding something, or is he just kind of standing there?
No, just standing in the middle of the street. And when he sees you, his eyes light up, like he's seeing long lost friends. Oh, children whose shoulders bear the burden of redemption. Actually, I was going to say, he says something in a language you don't understand. you Bogdan, at least recognize he's speaking ancient Magyar, which is like a predecessor to Hungarian.
Okay.
So you probably get a few words. It's some
Yeah.
sort of greeting. And like the moment that he looks at you all and you're all like, looking at each other like, what did he say? He switches over to Latin. So who speaks Latin here?
I'd imagine I do, but I'd have to check.
Yeah. I think
No, did we?
pretty much anyone religion probably speaks Latin. Religious, I should say, speaks Latin probably.
Probably not.
Nope.
I speak
think I was
Latin.
staying with the
I
trade
speak
languages.
Hebrew.
Okay, all right.
The real ancient language, by the way.
Okay. So
I
he says
speak
what
archaic Greek.
he says what I just said again in Latin, and once he's happy that like at least a couple of you appear to know what he's talking about, he continues in Latin. Oh, long have my eyes sought beyond to that which has been and will be. You've come at last. He rises and you must be ready. Soon you'll meet with the one whose plans lead you into the heart of terror and exaltation. He's looking at you ready for a response.
Have we finished walking to our meeting place, or did he
No.
run into us before he
No,
got there?
you like he was standing in the middle of the street when you've like turned a corner into a street, and he's now
Yeah.
yelling at you in Latin, excitedly.
Which side are we on, Buddha or Pesh?
Now you're on Buddha.
Okay.
Look to the others, and in German, this isn't where we're supposed to meet somebody. I don't want to be late. Is this a
Does
friend
anybody
of
even know
somebody's?
what he said? He seems to be happy to see us, but I don't understand the words coming out of his mouth.
I
He
do not
switches
understand
now.
him either.
He switches to Pidgin German now, so it's like he's speaking tourist German. So,
The lowest of the Germans.
yes, you all play a grand part in what comes.
Oh,
the
I
sweetheart's
got to say
blood.
those words.
8 signs I see, coming nights within my vision. I see you in each.
Hello to you too.
Are you guys ready for this?
Nothing-
Are you ready for this? Bogdan's got a response.
Go Bogdan. Bogdan can't help himself. Just
Bogdan
go
is going to
Bogdan.
look at this guy after a moment of like trying to figure out, follow along what he's saying and everything, and realizing that nobody really understands. And then this broken German, this hodgepodge German comes out. And he's talking about visions. Bogdan's just going to look at him and be like, "Well, aren't you a vision yourself, sir? I'm Bogdan. It's a pleasure to meet you. What's your name?" And I'm going to extend a hand to handshake.
All right. He looks at you. Go ahead, Aiden.
I'm going to pause long enough to get the entire conversation in, but then I'm going to continue moving
Okay.
without saying a word to him.
I have many names. You must remember my words when the patterning is asked of you. Zolot lies, flee his visions. You must prosper so we can meet again. That's also the German.
I think Bogdan just looks at him even more confused, and then realizing he's not taking his hand, just like, okay, well, I guess you're not going to shake my hand. But what did you say? Now that was a lot to take in. It is a very broken German dialect I'm not familiar with.
While you're saying this, now, Aiden, as you're going past, you see down the street from ahead comes a large crowd of people are coming. They are dressed in tattered clothing and rags. They are carrying torches. They all look pock-scarred. They have sickly skin, and they are all moving as like a mob. Not like charging, but just all sort of walking at pace towards where this gathering is currently taking place. Some of them have like blood on their clothes as well.
Should we speak somewhere else?
Yeah, do we see this, or is this just Aiden that sees this?
I think Aiden sees it first, so I'll let Aiden respond to it first.
Okay.
Then the moment later you'll all see it, because I think you'll start to hear just the coming footsteps as well.
Aiden, would you like to give us a warning?
I'm sorry, what?
You're ahead of
Did
us,
you
and you
wanna-
see a mob approaching that may or may not be dangerous or even a threat to us.
People dressed in tattered rags with a pox on their skin, carrying torches. some bloody on their clothes. There's probably about 50 or 60 mortals in this group.
Guys, we should move along. There's a mob on the way.
Barney's
Friend
gonna do a
with,
lead around the big red-headed dude and be like,
Oh,
"But there's a lot of people. Come, my friend. We should talk maybe over here." And I'm gonna start moving towards like a building, an alley, something that might get us out of the way and they won't follow us.
Alright. He doesn't follow you, and the crowd like ignores you as you sort of move away from them and they go past you. They sort of all don't sort of surround him, but sort of form like a semicircle to one side of him. And some of them start to like kneel down, others placate themselves on the ground, some like get down and bow their heads right down, and they all sort of start saying in the local tongue, like in Hungarian, "My lord, holy one, we are here. What is your will?" And, there's murmurs among them as they're all sort of like trying to get closer to hear what he says next.
And they're doing this to Redhead.
Yes.
Ogden is utterly confused right now. Just throwing it out there. I don't know what to do with him. And so Ogden is like kind of like trying to get into like an alley or something because he just doesn't want to be a part of this mob. And then the mob does this whole pseudo-religious cult bullshit. And he's just like, I don't even know what to do with my hands now.
Kara's real interested in this. She'll try to like walk back up to him, try not to bump into any of these followers. I think Kara's going to use that word for now.
As he sees you approaching, he raises a hand and points towards you, and starts speaking in Latin once again.
Can't speak good. Kara, come
Now,
back. Kara, come back.
You don't recognize Latin, but it sounds almost like a sermon. It's like it's that sort of that style of how a priest gives a sermon. And the crowd's like watching on in rapture, like they have no idea what he's saying, but it sounds important. So they're like looking from him and looking to you as he's reciting some sort of Latin passage.
What's he saying in Latin?
He's basically what would be given at a funeral, like the ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The standard sort of prayer for the dead is what he's currently intoning in Latin.
Okay.
Good thing I don't speak German right now. I mean Latin right now.
Yeah.
I had a little difficulty understanding. I was hoping to maybe ask you a question unless you're too busy to speak now.
he stops what he's saying and looks at you, and then says in like a local tongue, "An agent of evil is among us. Get her!" And like the whole crowd is like, "What?" Okay, and there's something like lifting torches. Like clearly, he's referring to you as the agent of evil.
James, can I roll? So I have two questions.
Yes.
One, not obviously I don't know what he's saying because he just said that last bit in Latin, did he not?
He said the prayer in Latin.
Okay.
He said "get her" in Hungarian, which you understand.
Okay, that I definitely understand.
I don't understand.
So I'm not even gonna bother
that.
trying to read his oral. I want to ask, hypothetically, if I were to correct me if I forget which one does which. Dread Gaze is I can scare a target, possibly multiple targets. Awe puts everybody's attention on me.
Yeah.
So theoretically, that's not really super helpful. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, Kara, come on. We must go now. And I'm going to start looking for a way out of this.
I mean, like just beating the feet's not enough a way out. Like it will take the mob a moment to compute. He just said "get her" and actually attack.
Yeah.
You've got like a window opportunity to flee before the mob turns rabid.
Before they turn rabid. What an amazing expression. Because I was getting ready to try to read his aura, but then I heard that I'm like, nope, it's time to go. So
what do you say to Kara?
I have to go because I've already said it like a couple of times. Like, Kara, come back, get back here. Where are you going? And then you're like talking, and he's like, get her.
I'm
like,
trying to ask the man a question.
It's time to go.
I think that Kara has been a murderess enough to know when
people want to kill me.
when that look of murder is in people's eyes, like their fervor has a target all of a sudden.
I like the idea, like you made your comment and she points like, I'm trying to ask the man a question, and then I look back over and I go, all right, I'm coming.
you look back over like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Listen to
it-
Bogdan. Bogdan knows everything. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys do need to like at least jog enough to like sort of get ahead of the crowd and like lose them in the streets.
Sure.
But certainly the crowd starts like, and they start to break up and try and separate and try and fight. So there's just like you see torches moving through the streets, but I don't need rolls. The five of you get ahead of this.
Is Budapest a sort of environment where maybe climbing to a upper level and continuing from there an option?
I mean, you won't.
Rooftop? Is that what you're asking?
Well, not. I wasn't necessarily looking like rooftop to rooftop, all nimbly pimbly like, but like, can we maybe just get up off the streets to a higher level and make our way there without too much difficulty? Bogdan's not trying to break a blood sweat here.
I would say that in the lower districts, yes, but most of Budapest's higher districts are all sort of like crenellated roofs, and like the sort of like the onion style. Is like it's all sort of like it's not a flat roof, and you're working your way uphill as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
So now in this case, it's just a matter of staying ahead of the mob and getting to where we are.
And they're not at all organized. They are for all intents and purposes the mob. So the further they go, the more spread out they become, and the less effective they become as well.
I think I'm gonna try to push to like move a handful of blocks in a particular direction, not strictly a straight line, but a few blocks generally towards where I think we need to go, and then I'm gonna look for like a tavern or something that we can duck off into for a moment and just wait for the wave to pass by.
That's fine. I don't need a roll. You have narratively gotten ahead of this crowd, and if you guys want to stop and talk about it, you can.
At the very least, I think Bogdan's just looking like, if we talk, that's cool, but Bogdan's like, yeah, let's just wait for the wave to get down and recede.
I'm just gonna unseen presence. Good luck, guys.
Nice. Yeah. I go invisible. Yeah, I know that trick.
So
I just can't do that trick.
I didn't understand all of what he said. He spoke languages I didn't understand. I heard something about 8 signs coming nights, seeing us in each, and that we have to prosper so we can meet him again or something. I don't remember. I didn't understand anything else.
I didn't understand anything else other than what he said. Get you, and that settles it. We need to be wary of him.
I will repeat what he said in Latin and German.
So that was the main. So the main part was. So I'm going to go back. So in Latin, he said, "O children whose shoulders bear the burdens of redemption, long have my eyes sought beyond to that which has been and will be. I waited to meet you. Soon we shall be ready for the one whose plans lead you into the heart of terror and exaltation." And that's when he changed to German.
And I say that's what the Latin translation to German is.
That seems like an ungodly mouthful of drivel if ever I heard any. I don't even know where to begin with that.
I don't think my German's that good yet.
You're not missing anything. That was the sounds of an insane man. He needs to be committed or something.
Well, seers say things that are difficult to understand. Maybe he was a seer of some kind.
I tried to read a bit more about him, but I didn't get a chance because he said something like, get her. Meaning you, of course. So I said, maybe we should go now. Well, here we are.
So he told them to? Interesting.
I don't understand this person's power. This is a strange city, my friend. An ancient city.
Or maybe when he first met us, he could speak to us candidly, and once his followers were there, he had to be the person they believe him to be.
The false prophet. Many there will be before the true prophet comes. I'm gonna look at Shiri when I say that.
I'm invisible. Good luck with that.
Damn it! I forgot about that. In that case, Boggs should be like, I don't know. False prophets and things. Doran, what do you know about those? I hear there are many before the real one comes. I don't know.
They're put to the blade.
Ah, well. That mob looked pretty extensive. Perhaps if we work together, we could whittle them all down and maybe then take out the big bad. But I don't think that will work for us. We are but 5. 4? Wait a minute. Where is Sherry? Sherry?
Dornan looks at you. He's like 3, maybe 4. knocks his head to the side. He's counting how many he thinks you could probably take out.
My powers have grown since you last met, you know.
2 times 0 is still 0, Bogdan.
Good. You understand the concept of zero, and it's such a good thing that there are people in this day and age that it just blows my mind. They do not understand the idea of zero. Zero is nothing. You must start with nothing before you become something.
That is a
What?
true statement.
No, wait, hold on. Finances and accounting, my friend. Math, simple math. If you have 1 egg and I take that egg, you are left with no eggs. That is an actual number that you write. The number is 0. I'm making
Jordan
fun of
just-
ancient civilizations that took them a while to figure out that 0 was a number.
Oh yeah, no. And I'm hamming up that Kara does not understand the concept of zero.
Yeah.
Dordan is dumb, so he's just nodding along and acting like he actually understands what you're talking about. He's like, yes. Mhm,
Yes, exactly.
exactly.
I don't know if you're making fun of me or not.
I am not making fun of you, my friend. I promise you. He is not, by the way. You can incite that if you want. He's not making fun of you. He's actually excited that somebody actually understands, even if he doesn't know what he's talking about. Even the fact that he brought up the concept of zero, he's just like, this is amazing. Somebody knows this.
Hmm.
And where's Sherry? Did she get Sherry? Sherry, you didn't get caught by the mob, did you?
I'm
I don't
gonna
think Sherry would've
uninvisible and
handled us.
like push him and be like, keep going.
So rude, so rude. Why would you do that?
Because there was a mob trying to kill us.
They were trying to kill us. They were trying to kill. Well, maybe they were after us. I don't know. They were definitely after Kara. I'm pretty sure they were after
If
Kara.
they're going to kill Kara, they're going to kill us. Because I'm not going to let them take her. Keeps walking.
I think eventually, unless there's something else that anybody wants to get into, I think we just might attempt to, in a circumventing sort of way, lead us around to that particular market square that was referenced.
For the record, never stopped walking.
Okay, he just kept going the whole time.
Yeah, we had our own little sidebar and diversion, and Aiden was just like, "Yeah, fuck this. I got somewhere to be."
Well,
I ain't got time for that.
You arrive in the market square by the stocks about half an hour early.
I begin to explain to Kara the concept of zero.
See, she gets it. She understands. We both merchants. We know how this works.
Is there somebody in the stocks?
Your explanation gets boiled down to you trying to explain and Kara going, "I don't believe you would lie to me, but I think somebody has lied to you."
Yeah, it's not common to keep people in the stocks overnight, so the stocks are all empty right now.
It is a concept from another country.
If you
From
say
far
so.
away.
If you say so.
Whether they are wrong or not.
No, they're not wrong. Listen, it's very simple idea. You have 1 bolt of silk. You don't have the bolt of silk. You don't have 0 bolt of silk.
You just don't have any bolts of silk.
Yes, 0. 0 is a number. I feel like we.
But if there's nothing, then
if
there's
you
no
let
number.
Bobby, he's gonna go on about this all goddamn night long, and we will never meet anybody anywhere.
If there is
Because at
nothing
some
to
point he's
count,
gonna
then
start
there is
pulling
no
out-
number.
He's gonna stop and he's gonna be like, I need a library.
Sherry explains it as zero is like a symbol placeholder for when you have nothing, but you need to record that you have nothing in your records.
Why would you record you have nothing?
So that you know what to buy.
I feel like Bogdan's like in the Neverending Story when the rock rider tries to explain the nothing. It's like, no, a hole would be something. This was nothing.
I feel like that's exactly what this is. And the only difference is that Bogdan is happy to explain this.
All right. So you guys wax lyrical about the number 0 while standing near the stocks.
That's the name of this episode now. Waxing lyrical about nothing. Or Seinfeld in subtitles.
And about the appointed time, you see a young man carrying a hooded lantern step out from one of the buildings nearby and walk over to where the stocks are. He's just dressed in like a servant's robes, and he sort of looks around, sees like a group of 5 people standing near the stocks, which is and at 10 o'clock the market square is large as people walking from place to place. No one's standing around having conversations except for the 5 of you. So
and we're probably still conversing about the number 0.
yeah. As he approaches, good evening. This is in, I think, German's your common language, isn't it, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Paddle. I am to take you to your meeting.
Ah, yes, and you do know on how the number 0 works, yes? They teach that here, yes?
I am not from here.
Well, do they teach it? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I will prove my point another time. We have things to attend to. Please, lead on, sir.
All right. He leads you over into a building out of the street and into down some stairs and into like a basement. And the basement sort of links up to what looks like some old catacombs. And he starts to lead you, lantern in front, through these catacombs, through winding passageways. You're actually walking for probably almost an hour behind him. I'll get everybody, if you want to, you can make a wits and awareness roll.
Wits awareness?
Yeah. You don't need to roll this. I'll tell you your thing separately.
Oh, I don't need to roll?
No, Iden.
Oh, Iden.
Yeah.
6.
Yes.
Cool. All the dice.
Oh, wow. Got 3
Oh
successes.
wow.
Well, I was gonna say if I
I
fail, it's
wasn't
only
expecting to
because
succeed.
yeah, I was gonna say if I fail, it's only because Kane's dice hit mine, and you know.
Oh, yeah. Sure,
Well,
play his dice.
I bumped your dice so hard you got more successes than I did.
Apparently, yeah. Thanks.
So you all get the impression that this is a deliberately circuitous route in order to make it hard to re-walk this path again in the future. Either going back or coming here again. Iden, with your eidetic memory, you can memorize the route, and you know that he walked you down the same corridor several times, like crossing over. It was all about creating definitely making a maze out of this place so that it would be hard to find your way back again. But you could navigate it no problem at all.
I like the idea that this entire hour walk I have been arguing about 0.
Like you just have to. And at one point, Bobby just like throws it. It's like you don't even want to try to learn new things.
Gordon's been at the front, just regretting even bringing up what he said to.
This is all your fault.
He's just like looking down at the ground now, like, why did they even say anything about this?
Shiri immediately comes to Kara's defense and is like, she has worked very hard to learn German.
But she's not even trying to learn math. It's simple math. Yeah, math. And he starts just running off in a string of not necessarily curses. He just starts rambling on in Romanian.
As you go further in and further down, the passageways start to get like older and narrower. You're obviously making your way through several generations of Budapest history. And finally, you come to a closed door where Haddle knocks twice on the door and then opens it. Inside is a decent-sized room, several wooden chairs inside. There is a stone sarcophagus at the far end of the room. And in the room is each of your size, along with one other person who you don't recognize. The person you don't recognize looks like this. A dark-haired woman wearing armor.
All right.
Just waiting for it to load from here. We go.
Haddle waits for you all to step inside, then he closes the door behind you. He remains outside. One by one, your sides each big. Come sit down, my child. Points to seats for you.
That's it.
I'm gonna go sit down like a good boy. Go.
I was gonna say, I'll greet my sire with, some form of customary hug, hand something cheek kissing, whatever, and then take a seat.
I will give a polite nod to my sire and sit.
Is your sire wearing his skin, or is he wearing a mask? Or
No. He's
He doesn't have skin to wear.
It doesn't mean he can't borrow some from someone else.
he's a no. I figured he'd have borrowed it.
Like, this person doesn't need it anymore. They're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta look better than me in my not skin.
It's my food's face.
Are there actually chairs for each of us empty
Yes, there
next
are.
to our sires?
No, it's more like the sires are all seated together, along with this other person, and then there are chairs on the other side of the room for you all to sit facing them.
It's musical chairs. We have to fight over them, and you're going to be last because I got there first.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting on the far left.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit more or less whatever chair opens up that I could see, be seated across from my sire.
Tara doesn't care. Just sit in the closest seat that's open when she goes to sit down. Tara doesn't give
Actually,
a shit.
since I took the time to embrace my sire out of respect or whatever, I'd probably take whatever seat's left because you guys will have already sat down.
I sit next to Kara.
So I think it's actually Bogdan's side, Calathea, who sort of speaks first. I think she's the face of the group, so to speak. Thank you all for coming. I need to introduce you to our guest here, a benefactor, so to speak. This is Lucretia of Harst, a Ventru and agent of the Ventru Prince Jürgen von Verden. The woman stands up and gives you just a polite bow before sitting down again.
Give her a polite nod.
Yes. Thank you all for responding to your sire's summons. I am not sure how much you each know of what is happening in the east of Europe right now, but the Ventru clans, particularly, all the clans, have become concerned about two major issues. One is of a mortal nature. The Mongolian Khan Genghis has conquered all of Mongolia and now leads his forces west towards Europe. There are many places where his army could find easy penetration into our kingdoms, and we could find ourselves, or the mortals could find themselves, in a particularly harsh battle if he continues to progress the way he has through the lands of Asia Minor and Mongolia. Then there is the matter of Khanate power. The Zemisi voivodes of the regions of Prussia, Lithuania, Transylvania, Volhynia, they have begun to grow in substantial power. We don't seek a confrontation with the Zemisi, but we need to ensure that Europe's interests are maintained and not trampled over by the different power plays being perpetrated by the many voivodes against one another. Your sires and I have met to discuss many solutions, and one of those solutions presents both a task but also an opportunity for you as a potential coterie. Now that you have each reached the age where your sires are willing to release you to conduct your own affairs. At this point, Calathea is like, before we continue any further, perhaps refreshments are in order. She looks towards Dornan. Excuse me, would you mind helping me to lift this, the cover off this the sarcophagus?
Yeah, I'll go assist.
I think when she says refreshments and then asks Dornan to help, Bogdan's also going to stand up. And Bogdan realizes he's not very physically strong, but he's certainly going to at least have a good showing, because there's no damn way in hell he's going to let his sire think he is not strong enough. So.
Okay. Well, then she stands back and allows you and Dornan to lift
Of course.
the car. Yeah, although Dornan does most of the work.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely. There's an obvious like leaning and tilting that's going on, and it is not in Bogdan's favor. But let the record show that
No,
Bogdan stepped
Bogdan,
up and tried.
no.
Damn it!
You're supposed to tilt, not to you. No,
No, tilt it more. Tilt it more. I'm getting flashbacks from Blue Harvest now.
I said
Pivot,
left. I said
pivot.
left.
Is it my yacht or your left?
Inside the sarcophagus are 3 sleeping children. 3 girls, probably about 12 years old, you would guess. Just wearing like white bedrobes.
12 years old? Okay.
Yeah.
I think Bogdan. Oh yeah, Bogdan definitely is struggling to keep a straight face right now. In that he's not a big fan of feeding on children, and
Yeah. Well,
I realize
Kelsey-
children is a flexible definition in this era.
Yeah.
But
Anything over 10 is considered not a child.
that's probably a safe bet. So
I think
culturally,
that depends on which culture you ask.
yeah, I think
True.
Iden, you know enough about your sire to guess that this is probably her idea. This is something of a test to see that they're just testing the sensibilities of the group by putting an uncomfortable situation in play.
Bogdan's gonna look at his sire. Or is this really what you want us to do? Because I think if anybody, his sire would know that he has reservations about feeding on children. And
Yeah, I think she's avoiding meeting your gaze.
okay, she's
My
not.
question for the 12-year-old age was whether or not I was going to be triggering vengeful if anybody touched any of these. They're old enough that I won't trigger vengeful, but I do think Kara will just say out loud, I don't feed on those who haven't had a chance to fight for their lives yet. But I thank you for the offer.
Yeah, I think Bogdan definitely, after a moment or two, is like, I sincerely appreciate this offer, but I prefer something just at least a little bit older, please.
I will not.
look directly
And
at my
Shiri
son.
does not elaborate.
I didn't even catch what you said. Sorry. What did you say, Desmina?
I said I will not, and Shiri will not elaborate.
You also get the words.
will-
Bogdan will remember this on your screen.
But sorry, I can go ahead.
I will look my sire directly in the eyes and say, "How goes? I am not hungry though."
Right. She just like she meets your gaze and just has a nod. Yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Dornan would just step back from the sarcophagus and like stand by his sire, like he's finished his job, and not say anything.
Okay. Now, the task at hand, says this is the creature again. I wish for you to travel to the eastern border of Hungary, to the region known as Transylvania. High in the Carpathian Mountains beyond the city of Bistritz lies a natural mountain gateway called the Tehuda Pass. It is the main access to Transylvania from the east, and it holds great strategic importance. The task that your sires and I wish to put to you is to travel to Tehuda Pass and erect a fortress there to guard this very important trade route.
James, can you give us the name of that pass in Discord when you have a second, please?
Oh yeah, sure. It's a real pass. You can Google it.
Is it the Folder Gap? Don't listen to that.
No.
Do not listen to that. It's absolutely a military reference that some people probably wouldn't get.
Yeah, probably
Yes.
not.
She pauses to like see if there's any initial questions before continuing. So
But I think if anything, Bogdan's just like, what do we have in the way of resources already in place to establish this, or will we be expected to procure that?
I am willing to advance you certain sums of money to cover the costs of hiring guards and skilled workmen, but your sires assure me that you have enough resourcefulness to complete this task yourselves. Since you'll be taking charge of the lands in nearby villages, you may tax the peasantry and use their labor in your building as well. Luckily, the foundation is already there. There's an old wooden tower that once stood on the spot. You should be able to utilize the stone foundation and build upwards from there. We require that the first floor at least be completed by the winter.
If it's April, okay. So we got about 6 months, give or take.
Yeah. Now, I'll point out, though, that this pass is 400 miles away. So it's probably going to take you about a month of that time just to reach it.
Yeah. I think Bogdan's just going to look at everybody else and at the rest of us, our coterie, and just kind of semi-quizzical look, kind of like... I think what you see is Bogdan feels no hesitation or reservation. But he's also probably playing it off slightly that he's not entirely sure how to go about this, and so he's looking at you guys to kind of see if there's like a feeling of can we do this or not, sort of thing.
Kara looks confident
What was the name?
that
of
this
the
isn't
pass
an
again?
issue.
So, Darius?
Huda.
What was the name of the pass again?
Yeah, Tahuta Pass. It's in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord notes.
When you look over at Jordan, I just nod at you assuredly.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so on the world map, it's about here is where the pass is. Yeah. Quarter of Hungary.
Well, for our viewers
Bulgaria.
who don't know what we're talking about, it's right in here, this area.
Yeah.
Where the blips are.
Yeah.
Bogdan also looks at Shiri and Aiden to see if there's any sort of feedback on this.
No. We got resources. We have
ways and means.
we know that you and I at least know how to manage large sums of money, so
Yeah.
And we'll have villagers.
I think on one hand,
in commerce myself.
Yeah, so I think on one hand, Bogdan's not entirely sure how to go about this just yet, but I was also
We also have a crusader.
I think this is not without. I don't think this is outside of our abilities. I think we can figure this out. Adam, Risha,
Isabella, who is Aiden's sire, speaks up. There is one other small matter that you may do while you're there as well, both for my child and all of you. There are rumors that the foundations that lay at the base of the tower, beneath them are a collection of old writings, tablets in ancient languages. While I'm sure that Aiden would like to study them, and I would encourage him to do so, when he is done with them, if you do find them, I would ask that you would send word, and I will have them collected. I'd like to add them to my personal collection.
Absolutely.
These things do help to alleviate the tedium of our existence. Lucretia sort of looks back to make sure she's finished and says, in any case, if you succeed in these tasks, I and your sires will be most pleased to offer you as candidates to rule several of the fiefdoms in Transylvania. 4 of the 7 cities known as the Siebenbergen currently lack princes. Young Kana, to prove their loyalty, intelligence, and ability to rule, may find that we are not miserly in our rewards for you. And so, with all this in mind, do you agree with this charge?
If I may,
I agree.
for the players, if you guys would like to make a perception roll, awareness, perception, whatever it is,
About Bogdan?
just to see what kind of response is on Bogdan's face for about a minute before you can squash it and hide it.
Oh, well, if it's about Bogdan, I'm not paying attention.
That's fair. That's totally fair. But there is a reason why, because if you guys remember his concept and demeanor or something like that.
Yep, he's a nature and demeanor.
Yeah, his thank you. That's it.
sure, I'll make that roll.
Some of those keywords are triggering him right now in a positive manner. So
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say,
no,
Dornan's just
I
assuming.
don't care enough about you, apparently.
Dornan's just assuming Bogdan and Aiden both are coming in their pants at the thought of this.
What a
So
phrase.
Power. Yeah, they want power.
Yeah. That was kind of my assumption.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. In that case, yeah. No. When Lucretia asked if there was, I think she said something like if there's any other questions or objections or whatever. Then Bogdan was like, nope. I am. We could leave next evening. I think and start heading that way. I would. Fortunately, I only live right down the road, a few hundred kilometers. I can grab some things there, and my cat especially. And transplanting to Transylvania. What a interesting phrase, by the way. Would be not very
He
difficult.
rambles. He rambles too much to say he agrees, as do I.
Well, why use 7 words when you can use 50? Come on.
What was that roll for? Perception alertness to see Bogdan's reaction?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to catch a facial expression that you're probably like, yeah, whatever.
And I decided this year he just does not care enough about Bogdan to really register anything.
I don't think any of you truly care enough.
I care.
James, that's fair. That's fair.
all right, James. Well,
Velvet
you're
Fang cares.
Oh, look at that. Neither did I. Was just like, yeah,
That's-
whatever.
Botch. Yes. What do we get on a botch?
Wow.
I think when Ida's just caught up in his own bullshit to even give Bogdan half a
Oh,
chance.
it's not just not noticing or not reading. It's a botch. Does he get the wrong read? Does he think it get a
Oh.
different impression?
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably Ida's impression is that probably this venture frightens Bogdan. Yeah.
There's a certain trepidation in Bogdan's body language.
Yeah, I think he misreads that nervous excitement as nervous, not
Yeah.
excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I will give Bogdan a weird look like, what the?
Oh, Bogdan is already formulating plans and schemes in his head. He's not paying attention to you now. He's actually looking forward to he won't say this out loud, but his current inner dialogue or monologue is, I must find food and then I must find rest and then we can start traveling tomorrow night.
Well, we have arranged. Haddle will provide you with. We have arranged 3 enclosed wagons, the type that the gypsies use. 6 human guards that will allow you to travel during the day. A substantial amount of liberum to pay for your costs in hiring stonemasons, carpenters, the like. And Haddle will give you keys for a house on the western side of Budapest that you may stay in for 2 nights if you wish, but you should leave within no more than 2 nights from now.
I'm gonna look at Sherry. I'm just gonna be like, I think if we spend tomorrow night securing whatever other supplies we might need for the journey and laying on some supplies on the other end, I think this would work well.
Yes, I've already made arrangements to move my assets as needed.
Well, I think we are all in agreement, Madam Lucretia. This is fortuitous for all of us. And when I say for all of us, he means not just the coterie, but the sires as well. He'll gesture in some way to be all inclusive.
Yeah, Calathea speaks up again. Since we are all parting ways now, I would encourage each of you, especially you, Bogdan, to continue to write to us. Obviously, we want to know about the fruits of your endeavors, but it was always beneficial for a Cainite to know that her child or our children have done well for themselves. And so I'd ask that you remain in contact as much as it allows.
Bogdan's going to agree.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Bogdan's really trying hard not to say things like, oh, it's okay. We know you love me and you don't want to let me go, but you must let me go.
Iris definitely gives Kara the look which says you don't need to write.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, while listening to this, Kara looks over and is like, yeah, we don't give a shit, do we? If I do well enough that you care, you'll hear about it, I'm sure.
You'll know how I do, whether it's good or bad.
Actually, Kara's Gangrel, right?
Yes.
She might say something like, see you at the next meet.
Probably. I don't know.
Probably.
I guess
It's
that's
a
also,
Gangrel thing.
yeah.
But yeah, Kara looks like she's ready to get up and leave. We got stuff to do, and she thinks that anything that Bogdan does from this point forward is wasting everybody's time. And she looks impatient. She looks impatient.
I love how everybody out of character loves Bogdan, but in character cannot stand
Oh,
that
for sure,
motherfucker.
100%.
Love it.
I love your
Love it.
bullshit. Kara hates you.
Oh, this is gonna play out well in a few hundred years.
At this point, Lucretia summons Hal back, and he offers to lead you out of the out of the catacombs back up to the city, where you can then have the keys to your new apartment, or for 2 nights.
I hope it has the new apartment smell still.
I'm glad it's only 2 nights.
Yeah,
I would
otherwise
like
that would be
to-
kind of a problem.
Otherwise, I'd be wandering off at some point.
So there are 2 things that Bogdan wants to do this evening before retiring. One, I need to eat. He needs to eat something.
There's food right here.
Yeah, but they're too young. And then the other thing, if he can, is he would like to attempt to track down Mr. Observer from the slave market, if that's anywhere humanly possible. And if I don't get very far with it, I don't get very far with it. Bogdan's not going to stress about it too much, but he is curious.
What is your methodology of trying to track him down?
I'm going to actually probably make my way back towards that market and see if maybe he's still around, or if I could kind of figure out other markets that he might be interested in, maybe. I don't know. I don't have much in the way of leads, and I don't want to raise too much attention to, hey, you know, there's a vampire here. If anybody knows where he might be, could you let me know? Yeah, that doesn't seem like Bogdan would know better than that.
Yeah. There's a joke in one of the old World of Darkness books where it says, when you determine your city, you should try and find other vampires. How you do that can vary. Like, certainly taking out an ad which says, you know, new venture to the city, looking for the rest of the Canaanites might attract some attention, whereas putting down strange man seeks other might attract the wrong kind of attention.
Yes. There's definitely there's a certain finesse involved here.
Hey, Shiri,
Yes.
how good are you at finding people?
Not the best.
Well, do you want to come with me and see if we can go find my cloak?
Sure.
Curious to see if she made her escape or not. Plus, I think it'll give us time to walk around and see the walls and the battlements here. Give us an idea of how we might want to build or not build a fort.
All right, so Bogdan's
idea.
looking for the man that came at Civil War. Kara and Shiri are looking for the woman they have to escape. What are Dornan and Iden doing?
Visiting the local library, if there is one.
There's 2 cities here. There's bound to be 1 library.
Yeah, I'd say look, Budapest is certainly cosmopolitan enough that it will have decent libraries, multiple, I would say.
I will make a tour of them,
All right.
looking for the most esoteric, occultish, rare knowledge books and scrolls that I can find, and memorizing them for later.
Okay. All right. What about you, Bogdan?
Bogdan or Dornan?
Sorry, Dornan.
Sorry, what was happening?
So you've all left the catacombs now, going back to the city. Bogdan is going looking for the vampire you saw before at the auction. Kara and Shiri are going looking for the woman that you saved from the slave auction. Iden is heading to the libraries. How will Dornan pass his time the rest of this night?
If there's like a training ground or something, he would go there. If not, he'd probably go to the church and just spend some time quietly contemplating the
Okay.
last year or 6 months rather.
Okay. All right, we'll start with Bogdan then. So, Bogdan, I would like you to roll investigation and intelligence.
Not his strong suits, huh?
No, there's 4 dice. It's not horrible. I'm just trying to see if I can use heightened senses to give me a little bit of advantage.
No,
I've seen
worries.
it's...
This is not. This is like trying to work out what the right places to look. This
yeah,
is
that
not
makes
just walking,
sense.
not just walking through the crowds hoping you spot him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be difficulty 7 as well.
Those goddamn ones. Fuck. A plague of ones. I have been afflicted. Doesn't go well,
Nice.
I imagine.
All right. So you spend about an hour. We'll come back to you.
At least you didn't botch.
Yeah.
You're
Find a kind and be like, you're the vampire, aren't you? Oh shit, you're not. Now I'm in trouble.
You go looking for that kindred. Instead, you find the cult of Bali that are hiding here too.
Oh, no.
That's a horrifying botch.
All right. So for Kara and Shiri, you guys can roll either Legend, Domain, and Wits, or Investigation and Wits.
Okay. Investigation and wits at a 6.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. It subtracts it for me.
All right. So you two, you head back to the market. You start looking. Obviously, there's been some attempts to try and track the girl down, and most of the guards have given up. And you ask a few questions. You generally glean that there are people that were like, "Yep, I'm gonna." Other people decide they're going to help this person just because, and so you sort of follow leads and end up knocking on a door of a what looks like an abandoned shop, and the same dark-haired woman in the cloak answers the door. And when she sees you, she looks fearful at first, but then she sort of realizes who you are. She speaks in Romanian, I think, is by default. So do either of you speak Romanian?
Nope.
No, okay. Which says to me in language needing to understand it first.
Do you know German?
Yes.
Oh.
There is a hint in her accent of education as well.
Oh. It's good to see that you have made your way away from the guard. Maybe we come in and close the door?
Yes. Come in, please.
She
looks at her like she goes to get like a pitcher of water, and then looks at you both, and then puts it down again.
You have a fighting spirit.
Thank you. It runs in my family.
Does staying here, is it dangerous for you since you were being sold once? Will they try again?
Yes, I wish to. I plan to return east. I come from the region known as Transylvania. I will return to my family there, and hopefully this sort of thing does not happen again.
Well, I think in 2 nights we plan to leave, and if you wish for an easier time, we will have covered wagons heading to Transylvania. If you wish to travel with us to secure your escape.
She looks at you sort of quizzically. Why did you help me?
It looked like you deserved to fight for your freedom. You had the spirit that said that you would, and I would see that you could.
Well, if you're heading that way, I speak the language, I know the land. If you take me with you, if you get me back to my family, they will reward you as well.
Being able to speak with people and help us meet some people would be nice. Any further reward I haven't asked for. You remind me of me. I just wish to help.
What is your name?
I am Kara Frakis' daughter.
I am Sherazina Basarab.
I just. Is this a safe place for you to hide for the next 2 nights?
Yes. Will you return here to me, or do I find you?
I think it might be safer if I come get you. The wagons would be closer.
I agree.
I'm ashamed to ask this, but if you could potentially spare some coins, I could get better clothing rather than having to steal.
Shiri will give her some coins.
Yeah.
I'm a
She's not
merchant.
asking-
I've always got
yeah.
money on me.
She's not asking for much, It's the equivalent of like, someone day asking for to borrow $40. It's like and you're wealthy, so
Yeah. $40 is nothing to me.
Or of our coin.
Well, I don't wish to draw. I am unusual here. I don't wish to draw any more attention to you on accident. So I will see you in 2 nights.
she nods and bows. Thank you again. Oh, and she takes the cloak off and hands it back to you.
Thank you. It is a little sentimental.
She
nights.
says something in Romanian and smiles.
Maybe,
Sorry, just a saying.
well, maybe if where your family is and where we travel is close enough, maybe you could teach me the language. It took
Yes.
me a year to be this with German. I don't know how long it would take to learn your language.
Well, it will take at least a month to reach the border of Transylvania, so we'll have some time. I assume that you'll only want to practice at night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will learn with you, Kara.
A study friend. Someone to compete with.
Anybody.
She's made a few hints at this point that she knows what we are.
Seems to be that case, yes.
Yeah. I take it you mentioned tutoring at night for a reason.
Your kind are not uncommon in Transylvania. And my family, the Basarabs, are regularly taken as ghouls.
I see.
It has been bred into our bloodline.
I see. Well, then I suppose there's no need for an awkward explanation or an accidental discovery. But my statements earlier hold true, regardless of what you know.
Thank you, and I will certainly help you.
No, then we will see you in 2 nights. Best of luck.
Right, she nods and you head on your way. Iden, I would like you to roll awareness plus perception, please. Attentive will apply here.
Oh,
Attentive is alertness, not awareness. Or
Oh,
no.
so okay with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we
No,
go.
it's a perception one, I think, for you. Yeah.
Perception, yeah. It does. Perception awareness, anything, what difficulty?
It's going to be difficulty 7.
nice.
Does heightened senses apply?
It doesn't because it's awareness, not alertness. It's more of a sense than a sight.
Okay.
All right. As you're approaching the main library of Budapest, basically, so there are several libraries. You think I'll start with the biggest, basically. It's on the side of Buda. and it's an impressive building. As you're approaching, you start to feel a disquiet, something uncomfortable, and as you sort of look around at the outside of the library, you can see that it actually has been like a number of religious votives have been attached to the outside of the library. Not like a church, just they've been worked into the architecture. Crosses, other symbols of Christianity, and they have been. Your guess is they've been infused with true faith. That is making it hard for you to approach the threshold to the library.
Okay.
If you want to push on, you can, but it's probably going to require expenditure of willpower point for each scene you want to spend in the library.
For each turn?
Each scene.
No, each scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so approximately an hour's worth of time.
Yeah, like approximately doing one specific thing, like looking for a certain book, researching a certain topic, having a certain conversation. Any time the camera would cut away from you and back you later on, that's a scene has passed.
All right, well, I will at least go in and see what rare finds I can find.
Okay. So first off, I you probably just can't walk in straight into the restricted section, and it's the sort of library that would have a restricted section. But certainly, just focusing on its books on esoterica, it does have a very good esoteric library. This is not just, even though the symbols of Christianity outside, this is not just a Christian library. This has a mixture of everything. They have filled their books that they've collected here from Alexandria in the past. There are things that have been brought in from the east, from Asia Minor. They have a very wide selection of books here, and academics are going about constantly sort of working on reading various things, researching, having animated conversations in the halls of the library. It is an erudite place of learning, for sure. It's the sort of place that does spend a lot more time if it wasn't causing you physical pain to be here all the time. Are you looking for any particular topics?
Like I said, esoterica, occult, anything especially rare.
Okay. Once again, it's not a library you can borrow books from, but you can certainly spend your whole scene. Sorry?
I will try to find a librarian who looks knowledgeable.
Yes.
And
you
ask
find
them for directions to the same kind of things.
All right. What I'm happy to say is that you spend your scene poring over volumes that you memorize as you go. On a variety of topics. Like if you've got a specific topic, I'm happy to say that you can find whatever you want to read about, and you can spend the time you have there with your willpower point memorizing as much as you like. Obviously, you can't take the books with you. If you have a specific topic, I'm happy to go through what you can find on that. But otherwise, you can definitely find topics that will be of interest to your character for sure, and will add effectively to your occult library concept.
Yep. That's what I'm looking for.
All right. Dornan, you were spending quite a willpower too on. Yeah. Sorry?
Oh, I was just saying hello.
Okay. Well, if Jabba's just sorting out something there.
I'm back.
Are you back? You're back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You were going to head to try. Certainly you can find a training ground. Not much training is happening. It's close to midnight now. But you can certainly find a church which is open at night time. If you wanted to pray or do confession. But it's quite quiet. Once again, it is a 24/7 church, but it is at this time of night quite quiet. So it's good for quiet contemplation or anything else you want to do at a particular church.
No, really just some quiet contemplation. Maybe think about some of the like enforcement strategies or like for fortress they're going to be building or some of the
Yeah.
defensive strategies he could be setting up while he's there in this like quiet area. He likes to go to churches and those
Yeah.
sorts of places to think.
I'll say that Haddle gave you like just some information. He gave you like a map to the area where you go, a map
Yeah.
of where the fortifications are. And I said the fortifications are like, the tower collapsed hundreds of years ago. All that's really left now is just the foundations, basically.
Yeah.
And there's not even any guide to where the entrance to the underground part is, where supposedly the arcane library is or the ancient library is. But you can sort of start to get an idea about what the lay of the land is. So first off, the road up to where the pass is, or the actual pass itself, is like sheer cliff on one side, flat bit of ground where you ride, sheer cliff on the other side. So it's really limited to like single vehicle or maybe 3 or 4 horses abreast could get down the pass at any point in time. So it is already a natural bottleneck, and putting a cork in one end of it makes it almost impenetrable. And really that's where the tower or the watchtower they want you to build would sit, is in that sort of the mouth of the bottleneck.
Yeah. I think like also trying to be helpful, even though he's not super smart, he would see if he could gather some parchment and maybe get somebody to scribe for him like a list, like a to-do list basically.
Yep.
Of everything like they would need to do. But it's stuff they've like already discussed. So it's stuff he heard them say. He's like, okay, we got to put these down, bring them the list. And yeah, he's just gonna try and do like quiet, helpful things. He really hasn't been given much responsibility outside of like nightly roles or like Templar roles before.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to do the thing he thinks is right.
All right. Omar, it's quite late now. Did you want to try and find this vampire again, or are you going to rejoin the others?
I think after a while, yeah, Bogdan he was curious. He was just generically curious and realizes probably that if he missed his opportunity, then he just missed his opportunity, and eventually will start making his way back to the rest of the group, probably grabbing something to eat along the way.
Okay.
Nice young, a young adult, but not preteen.
So you guys have all got plenty of time. I'm happy for everybody to take up to 7 points of blood, and we'll just assume that everybody hunted at some point that night.
Okay.
Or 10 points if you're happy to kill your victim.
No,
Sure.
I'm not gonna kill anybody.
Hey, Kara, are we killing a missionary?
This place doesn't seem to be in a religious upheaval at all. We could probably grab a messenger and let them go.
Okay.
Let them go.
Catch and release.
Catch and
Catch and release.
I like
They'll just
that
be
one.
really tired when they make it to where they're dropping their missive off.
Yeah, and then eventually I'll probably make my way over to the apartments that were designated for us.
Yeah.
Catch back up.
I mean, it's an old house, but it's complete. It has a section of the house which is secured for you guys to sleep in during the day, which is well hidden and can be locked from the inside.
Okay. And considering the time here, I don't know how much longer anybody else. I'm good for a little while, but I know it's late for you East Coast folks.
I'm good.
Kane, Darius, you don't even have a schedule. I know.
Oh,
But I know for like Java and Kane and Tasmina, you guys actually have something close to a regular schedule, and you're 3 hours ahead of me.
I'm on the East Coast. It's only 5 p.m. here.
You're on the other East Coast.
that's funny.
Are you guys?
Our
good to
normal
keep-
end time is like what, 1?
Yeah,
Our
it's
end
going
time
on
is
1
15
a.m.
minutes.
for you guys.
Our normal end time would be in 15 minutes.
I don't know how much more or shall we go ahead and start? I mean, like I said, I can keep going for a little while, but I know it's super late for you guys. So.
Yeah, let's stick to our 1 a.m.
Yeah, I'm Yeah, let's stick to 1 a.m. I'm assuming, James, you want to spend that. Is that month like going to be a? You guys spend the month traveling, or is it like we do things throughout the month of traveling?
So here's the thing. So what's left now is you've got to, you don't have to leave for a day. You could leave the following night if you want to, or you can go the full extra day and night, or do extra night and day before you leave. So it's going to come down to, are there more scenes you want to do in Budapest? Because once you go on the road, there will be scenes on the road. Yes, it'll be more like a time will pass scene sort of thing. So I'm not. I wouldn't say let's get on the road. If you want to spend a day in Budapest where we do a bunch of scenes like we just did, I'd say that next time. It's more like, can we just say that we did these things? Like, can we just get these? I want the following stuff before we leave. I'm happy to sort of tick off anything you want to do like that. But if you actually want to play the character through that next night, we should do it in the next game.
I would
The only thing I had on my agenda was to talk to Shiri about getting fortressy materials and maybe get a supply of them already on the way there.
I was just thinking that same thing.
And the only other thing I was looking at doing was just walking around and looking at the fortifications of Buda and Pest to sort of get an idea of what works.
Yeah.
That we might try to emulate in design or not.
And I was thinking hooking up with Bogdan to arrange for our merchant groups to move the materials for us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kara and Dornan, do you want to do shopping adventure?
I
and then
I will travel with you on a shopping trip as an excuse to see battlements while you look for stuff.
Sure.
And then Shiri and Bogdan could do. The one thing that Bogdan's going to be thinking about is making sure that we have the actual movement to the pass covered for supplies. I mean, obviously we're easy, but like our mortals are going to need food and all that, and we need to make sure they have all the stuff they're going to need. And then, like you said, making sure our businesses can either relocate or continue where they are. I also want to see about finding about that. Yeah, I want to see about finding that vampire again if I have an opportunity for that, and then also, Bogdan would be curious about that girl. So when she shows up, he's gonna want to.
I'm not telling anybody about the girl we got away until we're loading her up in the wagon. I'm like, hey, we need to stop over here on the way out.
Sure.
He's my guest, by the way.
If you want to play that way,
that's
fine. I think Bogdan's definitely interested in that. He noticed something about her too, but he was a bit preoccupied about the vampire who. Especially once he sees that girl, he's gonna be like, "That vampire watching for that girl," because he thinks like that.
Well, it sounds like we have stuff we actually want to do during.
I think I'm hearing scenes in town, so I think we'll come rather than trying to start something now. It's a good point that we do it here now, and we say, okay, next time we'll come back and we'll do the next day in Budapest.
Sweet. On that note, are we good? Is everybody good for next Saturday? This coming was that the 22nd? I believe that's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. I could be wrong. It is Saturday.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah,
so I should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, let's start doing some feedback and outros. And first, thank you, James, for running us through episode 1 of Dark Tide Rising, where we get to be our own landlords finally. We have to get there, though. We have to get there, and then we have to actually build the land, and then we get to be the landlords, and maybe, perhaps, one day, Prince. Darius, any feedback, outro thoughts that you would like to share with us, please?
Certainly looking forward to seeing where this goes. I have actually not played TC before.
Oh, I thought you had.
No.
Okay.
I've heard about it.
Okay.
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't actually had a character go through it.
I didn't see who it was because my cameras were up at the time, but I heard somebody respond to Sherazina's name. Did someone have an aha moment? The girl, Sherazina Basarab.
I do, but I did a lot of stuff with oh god, which module was it?
The one that had the 9 in it.
The one with the Nkanu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know about the Basarabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making the intentionally concerted effort to Google nothing. I have no idea who she is. All I know for my bit here is because she decided to fight her way out of that, even though the guards were probably going to mob and murder her. Kara's like, she's a fighter. I like her. I think she's going to be my first ghoul.
Yeah, Bogdan is curious, but like I said, he was definitely distracted with the vampire more so. So it'll be interesting when he sees that she's going to be joining us for this month-long trip. But yeah, Darius,
but
do you have
we'll get
anything
to
else?
learn Romanian.
Yeah.
Kara's plan is to hang out with this woman and ask lots of questions about Transylvania, learn some language, offer to see if she can teach her some sword fighting, maybe meet her family, and then afterwards ask her if she'd like to get ghouled up.
Well, if you watch Bram Stoker's Dracula, the old one with Gary Oldman and Keanu
Is that
Reeves,
the one with the
etc.
red armor?
Yes, yep.
That's
The
sick.
opening scene in that where Jonathan Harker is riding in a carriage towards Dracula's castle, riding up like a dark mountain path with like weird blue flame. That's the Tahuta Pass.
Okay. Nice. Desmina, any feedback,
Yes.
outro comments? We got a little sidetracked there, but I mean, it happens.
Yeah. No. I mean, I do know a lot about like the Transylvania setting, but only in like the modern night perspective. So it'll be really interesting to see all these things that were extinct in modern nights in play.
Like Cappadocians.
Yeah.
I remember that from before we started actually getting going, and James was like, "If you're Cappadocian, you're fucked. Can't help you."
You're gonna die.
Yeah, Jabba, what you got for us? Feedback, outro comments?
For the parts I was here, I had fun. I had a good time. I again still feel so bad about being such a fucking dickhead to Bogdan, but like
But it's so much fun to do. It gives him so many opportunities for great Bogdan scenes that we all know we want.
I know.
Nothing that feels so right could possibly be wrong.
Right?
Exactly. Wow, James, that cut's pretty deep, my friend.
I'm excited to see where we go next, not just with the landlording, but with the Transylvania stuff. Very curious.
Kane, what do
Curious
you got, friendo?
indeed.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying curious indeed. You're good.
Okay. Kane, what do you got for us?
I think I did my bit. I think I found the first person that I want to try to ghoul.
I mean, she basically came along with a sign that says, "I'm looking to be ghouled. Are you interested?"
Well, I don't think that's quite what that was, but I'm gonna try anyways. Just
single ghouls in your area.
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't an advertisement of Ghoul Me. It was an advertisement of I already know everything. You don't have to hide diddly shit. This will be a really easy place to start the sale from.
All right, well, James, again, thank you, sir, for running us through this. I'm very curious to see how things go. You threw a word at me that I've been curious about how it was going to be brought up, and that was being princes in our own right. And I didn't know how this campaign was going to broach the topic, I suppose. And so the idea has already been floated. So who knows? In time, there might be 5 new princes that look vaguely familiar to Bogdan.
Well, there's 5 characters and 4 cities without princes, they said. So,
well, you know,
somebody has to die. It's clear.
Obviously, it's going to be Bogdan because everybody hates Bogdan, but everybody loves Bogdan. So I don't know how does that work out. All right, my friend.
We kill you with tears streaming down our face.
With tears.
Oh man.
Well, no, it's obvious. Somebody has to stay at the fortress and run it.
Yes, and I can definitely see that's going to be Bogdan. I see that now. I get the shitty old rebuilt fortress. You guys get brand new cities.
Oh, but think about it. Think about it for Bogdan. That's where the trade comes through. You could be selectively taxing trade caravans as they come through.
You don't think that Bogdan is going to figure that out at some point and be like, tariffs. Tariffs are my favorite new word. All right, my friends, that is it for us here tonight. Thanks for stopping. Oh, you know what, James? I should have probably given you a chance to say something. So why don't you go ahead and say something for us? Feedback, outro, bit. Even though you are the GM, you get to say things too.
Thank you for playing, everybody. This is so. I think I've started Transylvania Chronicles in this way 4 times, and this is now the 3rd longest. So yeah, we've gotten further than one group got.
We're making progress.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
We're climbing the leaderboard.
That's right.
That was exactly the image I had in my head. I just couldn't figure out how to phrase it. We made it past one group. We just gotta keep our eyes on the next group. We'll pass them up, and then we'll just keep doing it until we're at the front.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, I had fun. I'm looking forward to doing some more, and yeah, it'll be a very different session next time once you leave Budapest.
Sure, things will change once we get on the road. So
Yeah.
On the road again.
yep.
Before I forget, James,
No XP. For
I do want to write up and send a letter
Yes.
back to my retainer telling them where to take everything
Okay.
and where to set up.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's
All right.
it.
Let's get out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. We certainly did, and everybody loves and everybody hates Bogdan. So, with that in mind, stay safe out there, my friends. This world is truly a dark, bloody world. So make sure you're doing what you got to do to take care of you and yours. And as for me and mine, we are out of here. See you next time. Have a good one.